Alright, coming at you guys in the cabin of the car today with a brand new video. We're going to be featuring this Red Tiger dash cam F7N touch. Let's go ahead and crack open the box. So right away, as soon as we take off the lid, we have a little instruction sheet, suction cup, C port, rear camera, power button, memory card, front camera, our GPS mount, status light, the screen, of course, the up button, mode button, down button, and reset button. So kind of a whole layout of the whole setup that we're going to be having. Then we do have our main instruction booklet right over here, user manual, and an electrostatic sticker. That's pretty cool. And inside the box itself, we have a few different items right here. We have the camera itself. Then we also have our mount. Now, I don't really agree with how the mount is. It is done by adhesive, but it is a suction as well. Of course, with the heat, it's probably going to fall in the later time, but for now, it looks pretty cool. It looks stable. Check it out. Red Tiger right there on the camera. We do have our rear camera with some cable clips, power supplies cable, some tools, and adhesive for the suction cup. As far as this power supply cable, we are not going to be using that. This is our app. It's pretty cool, so you can download the app. I know a lot of people are asking me on my other video for the lights, hey, what app is it? Honestly, like, it's better to keep your guys' booklets just so you have any kind of troubles in the future or anything like that. You always have that app in the booklet. But this one right here is our user manual. Lets us know the information. Pretty cool. Self-explanatory. This does connect to the phone, which is a really cool thing because now you can view in time all the recordings of the car. We also have this one right here, their little business card. So let's go ahead and pop open these boxes and show you guys what's inside. Alright, so now with everything kind of laid out, we have the main camera itself for the front of the car. We have the adhesion pads, which are going to be sitting on the suction cup. We have this charger here that we won't be using because it has a regular USB cable, not a USB-C. So instead, we will be using our USB-C because we have two ports there. And then we're going to have that kind of routed around like what we did for the mount and going up towards the main area. We also have our reverse camera, which is pretty cool. So in case somebody tries to rear-end us, this is going to be a really good visual. The camera does swivel around a little bit, so you have some room to play around with where you want it to be. This does stick on the glass. I don't like this too much because it's adhesive. Again, with the glass, it's going to get hot. Most likely it'll fall off, but we'll find out when we get there. The plan for that today is to try to get the weather stripping off of the passenger side to get to the cable for the rear camera, and then we're going to be as simple as sticking this mount onto our glass in our location. Alright, so kind of off camera, I just stuck the sticky pad in the back. They do provide these stickers, again, the electrostatic stickers I was talking about earlier. This is going to go on our main glass, probably somewhere up right here, so we can put our mount on. And then the cool thing about this suction cup, guys, check it out. You can see a lock and an unlock. And essentially what that means is that we have our suction cup. When you do turn this GPS thing, that one right there kind of locks this into place. So right now the adhesive white sticker, the clear sticker came up, but the main sticker itself is still down, which is good. So I didn't mess it up, but let's twist that guy back and then put it back on there, and I'll show you what everything looks like when we get it up on the glass. It's pretty simple, straightforward, guys. Like I said, all you have to do is just clean the glass, follow these instructions, and then put this guy on, take the other one off, and then stick your mounts on there. I'd probably slide the camera on first and then stick the mount up there. That way you don't have to worry about installing this, but it does come with this cool little plastic wheel right here to kind of loosen up the mount itself so you can rotate it in whatever way you would like. So really quick, out of curiosity, I actually turned on the camera, and now we have our different languages. Touchscreen, nice. Different time frames. I don't know which one should we do. Alright, so with the time frame found, it was going to be in Los Angeles. Now we do have our cover that we have to remove here, just so we can see our front camera. Just like that. Take that little green guy off. Then check it out. Now we have our camera. That is pretty clear, honestly, guys. Red Tiger, check that out. Wow. I think that this is going to be a good spot. It's still not in the rear view mirror way, and I can still see the screen myself. So that's pretty cool. It is recording as well. That's nice. Alright, for the sake of the video, for you guys to see it, I did leave a lot of bubbles, so you can see our electrostatic pad is right over there, and in the dead center is where I'll be mounting our camera mount. So I'm going to take off the plastic on there, mount it up there, and I'll show you what everything looks like right now. So just like this suction mount, this one has a different clip on there. This one, we have our locking one. So now we stuck it in the middle. We're going to turn this bad boy right here, and that's going to lock it into place. So besides all the cables being in the way, I do have it here so I can see that backup camera. And honestly, this is going to help with parking the car. And also, I do check my mirrors a lot when I am driving. So a lot of the times, I always check the mirrors. Now this little corner is going to help out for sure. Record anything behind me so I can see behind me. But that's pretty sick. I like that. I should have probably went with the 14-foot cable. This is a 10-foot cable. It does wrap up pretty nice into the headliner, into the pillar right over there, but then it comes out and then it plugs in over here. So now our alternative to having a nice hidden wire is exposed. So I think for right now, until I get more money to get a longer cable, probably maybe even get a 20-foot cable and just run it all the way down right over there, kind of like ambient lighting right here, and then down to plug in over there. Now at this point in the video, I could honestly still use this guy, but then again, we don't have a USB-C. It's a regular USB cable right over here. And also, this is not a fast charger. This one right here is a super fast charger, letting my phone charge a lot more quicker than a usual charger. But let's go ahead and focus on our rear camera now and see how we're going to install that. Alright, this part might seem a little intimidating, guys, but honestly, it's not that scary. All you're going to do is go inside, and we're going to pull this wire all the way down, and what you're going to do is just work a corner carefully, start wedging her down. This varies for different cars. Might be a little tougher, but don't use no tools. You don't want to crack your rubber. But eventually, it'll give way. Alright, so now with all the wiring run, we have everything kind of looped up. As you guys seen what I did earlier. All that's gonna fit in there underneath the headliner. Right now it's just kind of flopping out, but we're gonna put it back in. And then our rear camera is gonna go somewhere right here in the middle above all these stickers. And yeah, we're gonna figure that out one step at a time. So I'm gonna button everything up over here, then I'm gonna catch you guys in the back seat. I just want to give a big shout out to Red Tiger. Honestly, there's a lot more cable than you need, guys, to make this go all the way to the back of the car. But we have our connector hidden, and now we have enough to go right here in the middle and position that rear camera straight back towards the middle. We are going to be using one of those sticky pads from the window. Of course, we're going to clean up the area first and then put this guy on there, and I'm going to show you what that looks like right now. Kind of visible, hard to see. I didn't leave a lot of bubbles like last time, but it's right here, smack that in the middle. Now we're going to stick our camera down again, smack that in the middle right about there, so we can get that nice crisp clean view of the behind. So that's honestly going to be it, guys. For the sake of the camera, I'm just always going to have it plugged in regardless. Every time I turn on the car, that thing's going to activate. It's going to record. I do believe it deletes itself over time. I'm going to play a little thing right here on the screen. You do get the Red Tiger app. You do want to set up a whole account, and essentially it is a pretty cool thing because you can watch all the different footage on your phone at real time. You can switch to the camera modes as well. That's pretty cool because then you can actually blow up the rear view camera so you can see everything right behind. Again, this is recorded in real time, so it's definitely one of those safety features that you do need, and I do recommend, especially if you do Uber or if you do any kind of transportation services. You could even honestly put the rear view camera right here, so you can have a inside cabin facing camera as well, or just leave it in the rear. But it's pretty cool to have this safety feature now, especially because the way how I lost my Civic, it was involved to a front-end accident. Now this is going to help capture all those moments on camera, especially also if you are getting pulled over by police. This is also going to save you in case they're trying to tell you that you're gonna be running a stop sign.
Stop sign?
No, I said I'm.
What stop sign, man?
So if you guys enjoyed today's installation video, we still have some leftover electrostatic papers. We still have the charger available as well, which is pretty cool to have. Regardless, we can still use it for something else. But that is going to be it, guys. Red Tiger dash cam installation. I would say honestly it's about a 7 out of 10. You don't really need that much work, but it can be pretty tedious to tuck in all your wiring, especially if you have OCD like me, to where you just want it nice and sleek and you're not going to be seeing it outside of the cabin of the vehicle. Now of course there's still some cables lingering around. That's inevitable. It's not going to happen unless we get some kind of cover and cover that guy up. But that's going to be it, guys. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe for all the other videos on the YouTube channel. There's a bunch of other how-tos, a bunch of other cool videos. I did have a high beam LED video, but that video had to get canceled out because the way how these headlights are. But there's going to be some other cool videos on this Mazda 3 and also for car spotting. So if you guys are in SoCal, we're going to have Fuel Fest coming up. There's going to be the drifting event coming up. There's going to be a lot of other cool events coming up. But as always, guys, stay safe and stay chill.